Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now with the Fit Brain Club is Grace Carpenter and Dan Daly. Welcome, you guys. So nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Nice to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you guys look so good. I love the holiday colors.
We love the decor in the studio.
I know. Brittany sprinkled her magical dust. I'm like, wow, how did she do that so quickly?
She did a fantastic job, let me tell you.
So, and then I'm sorry you're feeling a little under the weather, but it's not COVID.
Nope.
But you're like being safe and wearing your mask.
Everybody needs to wear a mask because it's a cough, but you don't want this cough. It's
one of those ones that
delicious.
Lingers around,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
I had that a few months ago in the chest and everything. It was
Yeah.
just, like you said, it just was hung around for so long. It was awful.
Masking is good.
Yeah, I hope you get better fast.
Thanks.
So today's topic, I know it can be difficult, and if I've learned anything particularly in this past year, especially, is that the difficult topics you really need to talk about, and it's something that once you do, you'll feel so much better having that weight off your chest, off your heart, and it'll make you feel so much more peaceful. And so specifically, we're talking about advanced care planning, and this is going to be the topic at your next meeting. First off, let's go over all the details. When's the next meeting?
Okay. Monday, December 11th. It's always the second Monday of the month.
Right. And the speaker is going to be a colleague of mine. Her name is Kristen Maz, and she's the Associate Director of Community Organization. And she'll do a great job. She's made an appearance before, about 5 or 6 months ago.
Okay.
So the people will remember her, and she's very articulate and very knowledgeable.
And she's also with the Alzheimer's.
She's with Alzheimer's Orange County, as am I.
Okay.
And we provide the guest speakers. So it could be a doctor, it could be a healthcare professional, and we try to match the speaker with the topic. So we get somebody who's very experienced and very knowledgeable. So.
Yeah, and so what is Kristen going to be talking about today with the advanced care planning?
She's going to be talking about the 3 keys involved in picking an agent. Number 1, I don't know how many people realize this, but the fraud among families is really high. 7 out of 10 families are accused of fraud.
Wow.
And so it shouldn't be solely a family member. It's got to be somebody who you're very comfortable with, and somebody who's honest and who's going to execute your wishes. The other thing that she'll talk about is identifying those wishes. So you may have a wish in that advanced care directive that somebody is going to be a sole recipient of your assets, and that has to be spelled out. The other thing, it might be a burial site, a location, and that's going to be very clear. And finally, it's got to be in writing. And that's why the directive is so important. Very important.
Is this the kind of thing that needs to be drawn up by a lawyer? Like that legal when you say it needs to be in writing?
Yeah, it should be executed by an attorney, and it could be an add-on, a complement to the trust or a will, but it's got to be notarized by an attorney.
So it's obviously very important who you're going to pick
Exactly.
to handle, the decisions that need to be made, if you have serious health problems.
Right. And the other thing that she'll talk about will be the POLST form, which is POLST. And that stands for Physicians Orders Life Sustaining Treatment. And that is ideal form for somebody who's terminal, who's going to be passing away within a year. And that should be, it's a bright pink color, and it should be right on the refrigerator of somebody who's going to walk into that house in the case of an emergency. Could be an ambulance driver or whatever. They're going to see that pulse form, and that's a complement to the will of the trust or the advanced care directive. Very important.
And in the village, we pass them out as a part of a neighborhood watch group. So get in touch with a neighborhood. Sometimes it's through earthquake services, like we were called crisis management in our little neighborhood. And every time when it was the earthquake day, we'd knock on the door of every person in our circle. We had 40, and we do still have 40. And be sure they have the pink pulsed form, and encourage them to have it on the refrigerator, because so many of our neighbors have been in the situation where they didn't. We provide the big gallon, whatever it is, plastic envelope, and we have the forms with us. And we say, put this on your refrigerator, because when you call 911, if they don't see that you don't want any artificial means, they will do everything in the ambulance they have to do. That's why we have
The
medical
normal protocol of what
exactly,
they'll do.
and
Exactly.
it's very specific on the pulsed form.
And
what you want.
what the hospital will do, if there's not an advanced care directive or a pulse form, they're going to treat that patient like they're going to keep them alive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Regardless of anything. That's why it's so important that it be spelt out exactly.
Okay, well, definitely. Thank you for giving us this information, and it sounds like a good event to get a lot of information, and I'm sure they'll have the pulsed form there
Yes,
at the meeting.
yes.
So you can pick
In
it up.
fact,
then.
we
5
will
wishes
have
for everyone.
a bevy of information regarding advanced care directives, including the 5 wishes, including the pulse forms. There'll be a resource table that'll be set up with all the information, so any attendee can take whatever they need.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. Appreciate
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Come join the Fit Brain Club for their next meeting. It's coming up Monday, December 11th at 10 a.m. at the PAC, Clubhouse 3, Dining Room 2. The topic is advanced care planning. Come early, enjoy music and refreshments before the meeting begins. And for more information, you can email Grace at carpenter41mg@gmail.com. Stay with us. We have announcements and weather coming up right after this.